Hi, this is our very last lesson in everyday math, which is really exciting. I have a couple more lessons that we're going to do that are some review and extension, but this is the end. This is lesson 9.7. And 9.7 is all about revisiting our length of day project. And you guys are experts now, finding out how much daylight. So on today, which is the 11th of May, you are going to find how much daylight we are going to have. The sun rises at 6:40, or it did rise at 6:40 this morning, and it is going to set at 8:28 p.m. Go ahead and pause this video and try to figure out how much daylight we have. When you're ready, press play again. Okay, so I'm going to take a shortcut because we're already at the end of the year and you guys know shortcuts. I'm going to go ahead 12 hours. I know that if I add 12 hours to 6:40 a.m., I will get to 6:40 p.m. Then I'm going to complete my next hour by adding 20 minutes. And that's going to get me to 7. And then I'm going to get one more hour, and I'm going to get to 8. And then I'm going to add 28 minutes. Okay, so let me go ahead and add my hours. I have 12 hours and 1 full hour, and that equals 13 hours. And then I have 20 minutes and 28 minutes. And I get 48 minutes. So today we are going to have 13 hours and 48 minutes, which is really exciting. Okay, so we've been doing this all year long. And had we been at school, I would have shown you our graph that we had been making in our chart. Unfortunately, I do not have that with us, but we're going to look at 2 pieces of data, and this can be found in your student reference book, but I have them here. So these are graphs from the school on the left. It was in Iceland, and the school on the right was in Argentina. So they're on opposite sides of the world. So this was taken starting on September 4th all the way to June 24th for both of these. And what you guys might notice is that they're kind of opposite each other in terms of graphs. So when you notice the least amount of daylight all the way down there, and it was only about 4 hours, which is really crazy, that happened near Christmas, 12/25, which we know is near the solstice. So this was in Iceland. So toward the end of December, they had the least amount of daylight. That was similar for us. We did not have only 4 hours of daylight. We had like 9 hours. So they have a pretty significant amount of daylight decrease. But their lowest point was in December. And their highest point is in June. And they get all the way up to almost 21 hours of daylight, which is really crazy. In Argentina, conversely, their highest daylight, the largest amount of daylight, happened in December. So it's completely opposite Iceland. They had the most daylight in December, and they had with a little over 17 hours, and they had the least daylight in June with only about 7 hours. And that's because they are in the southern hemisphere. We are in the northern hemisphere, which means we are north of the equator, and they're in the southern hemisphere, which means they are south of the equator. And so they have opposite seasons than we do. So when it's summer here, it's usually winter below the equator. Just kind of a fun fact. So what you're going to do today, take a moment if you want to go look. You have to log into Everyday Math online, and you can find your student reference book. And it is on pages 279 and 280 if you want to look at this data. But you're actually going to use a different page of your student reference book. And I'm going to put this on our website so you could print it if you'd like. Or you could just pause the video here and have this up for you to reference. You're going to use this page to help you solve problems on your math journal, page 291. So this pairs with math journal, page 291. This is data from June 21st, 2016, so 4 years ago about. And they took sunrise sunset data from major cities all over the all over the world, excuse me. So for example, on June 21st, 2016, the sun rose at 4:46 a.m. and set at 10:16 p.m. in Moscow, Russia. In Egypt, the sun rose at 4:54 a.m. and it's set at 6:59 p.m. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to use this data and you are going to answer the questions on page 291. You have to use this. You're not going to be able to do it without this page. So you can either pause it here or come back to this part in the video so you can have it, or you can log on to Everyday Math Online and turn to page 281. Today you're working and you'll be doing some more stuff with this page. Good luck. It's going to be this. You are going to do page 291. You're going to be doing page 292. And finally, you are going to do the home link 9.7.